Yes, this is a week recap from last week trade. So as you can see, um, I'm actually looking at these six pairs so that I'll be looking for the one that I'll take. So I'll just review it, which one played out and which one did not play out. So first I'll start with Euro card. The first one is on the weekly time frame. As you can see, last week waiting for price to have a retest here, then have a pullback. You have a retest and a retest here, and to continue the bullish momentum. So, and on, as you can see, price did not respect the zone. So coming down to the daily time frame, if you check my previous video, you see everything here. So on the daily time frame, I'm waiting for a retest here. I'm waiting for a retest here to take the price up, but when price came here, it did not give me any slowdown or any engulfing in the lower time frame to take the trade up. So that is that. This one did not play out. So on the 4 hour, on the 4 hour, on the 4 hour, you can see the risk to reward was here, the 4 hour, and this trade, I actually took this trade when these two candles have not formed. So I was waiting for the continuation, the rejection and the continuation to go up, but immediately I took the trade, I came back and asked myself a lot of questions, because I noticed we did not follow my trading plan. So I had to immediately close the trade, but I left the risk to reward here to see what will happen, and behold, I made the right decision of closing the trade. You can see price did not respect it. So that is that. Price did not respect this one, so put it here. So Euro card, price did not respect it. So moving on to GBP AUD. GBP AUD on the weekly time frame, we are bearish on the weekly time frame. You can see this was the lower low and this was the lower high. So, and I was actually waiting to have a little minor trade down, because this is a zone where if price come back to, it will have the push. But when price came here, he actually rejected and closed. So this one played out perfectly well. You can see on the daily time frame, we're bearish on the daily time frame. This was the lower high and this was the lower low. So what did price do? Price retraced back here. So I was looking for sell from here last week, and I got it. I got the sell, perfect 1.1 1:7 risk to reward. 1:7. So this one played out perfectly on 4 hour time frame. You can see it played out perfectly. So that one worked. So GBP NZD on the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, we also we are also bearish on the weekly time frame. You can see this is the lower high and this is the lower low. So what the price? The price went up, came back. This is a strong zone, then retest it, then push down. So on pushing this down, you now make the daily to be bearish, and I can only take trade when two time frame are in sync. So the daily became bearish here, this became the lower high and this became the lower low. So what the price do? Price came back, retest this daily zone, then we have the push. Although I was waiting for my take profit here, which is distance, but what the price do? Price gave the same 1 to 7 risk to reward. So moving on. No, this is on this 4-hour. Look how the 4-hour look. Gave a clean retest, a golfing candle, and straight down. So real CHF on the weekly time frame, we are bearish on the weekly time frame. So this is the lower high and this is the lower low. So price came back here, we test the structure and have the push, but I didn't take this push all the way here because on the daily time frame it was not bearish. So I waited for the daily to turn bearish before I take the trade. And what the price do? Price came down. This was, you see, it was bearish here, but on this retest it did not slow down and it keep on going up. So what did it do? It came down again and create a new lower low. So this is all the lower low and this was the lower high. So price came up, have a retest. Price was here. This is Monday, so price was here on Friday. So I was expecting the push up before I can sell this trade. This trade actually worked out, but I did not enter the trade. I purposely did not enter the trade. Why? Because ideally, whenever I want to take a trade, I'll make sure that my stop loss, my take profit is always at the next structure point. And if my take profit is here, next structure point, you see that my risk to reward is not what? It's not even up to 1 to 5. Even if I want to stretch it, let's say here now, 1 to 5, it did not worth it. So on the 4-hour time frame, you see it clear. On the 4-hour time frame, you see price was bullish. I waited for it to turn bearish. Have a retest. It did not give me an entry signal here on the lower time frame. Did not give me an entry signal here on the lower time frame, so I did not take the trade. So and I waited and it gave me entry signal here on the lower time frame, and you see my stop loss is above the retest body. It's supposed to be above, but I just had to try to squeeze it to be at the body because of my take profit. But still yet my take profit did not worth it. 1 to 5, and it's supposed to be 1 to 2, and 1 to 2 will be below the zone, so which is not ideal. So that is why I did not take this trade, and it kind of played out, but I did not take the trade. So it kind of played out 1:1. I did not take the trade, so let me remove this. So it worked, so it should be here. So DJ on the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, you can see that we are bullish. So I'm waiting for a rejection here to take the trade up, but it did not play out. I did not take it, avoided the loss. So waiting for a break above, a retest to take the trade up. You see this zone is a very strong zone. So what the price came here, use it as resistance, then have the push down to a very strong zone. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So use it on the 6th time to have the push down. So this one did not play it off. It did not the break on the 4 hour, but the retest was not clear, nothing, it wasn't ideal. So this one did not play it off. So this should come down here. So AUD card, AUDJPY, sorry, AUDJPY on the weekly time frame, you can see this was kind of a counter trend trade because I want to sell down before I make the buy. I wanted to sell down before I make the buy, so it's not an ideal trade. I just wanted to see how it played out. So on the weekly time frame, you can see we are bullish. So after all these weak projections, I was expecting price to have a pullback. I was expecting price to trade down here before I buy, because this is the ID trade and price is not yet here. So on the daily time frame, I was waiting for a pullback here. You can see price was here last week. This is Friday. You can look down, straight down. So price was here. So waiting for a retest here, maybe an engulfing or rejection before I take the trade down, or maybe down here or something. Don't know. As far as scheme 1 to 2, but what the price came up here. What the price came up here still did not give me anything, but it did not create a new higher high. So price came back here. So I'm still looking for something like this to have a retest again, then I'll sell down. But I have to be very, very, very observant on this trade. So this one also did not play out. So that is that on my weekly review. So three of the three did not play out, while 3 of the three played out. 2 of them gave 1 to 7 each. So why this one did not play out but did not give 1 to 2. So even if you take all the whole trade, you lose 3%, you gain 14%. Maybe you take this one and you take 1 to 1, then you take 15%, and you are still up 12%. So that's the profitable way. And thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe to motivate me more to be documenting my journey. Thank you very much.